I don't want to say that the Xing Shen Zhuang Gong is the one-go solution for any physical problem that we have, but for sure it is a complete system that really brings a great improvement in terms of our health and in the energetic flow that we have in the body. Myself, after traveling for 2 months in Asia, in Thailand, Laos and Vietnam, which was a quite of an intense trip for several reasons, I end up with some kind of back problems, some kind of muscular contractions that was starting to create some pinching in the nerves in my legs. And although I wasn't sure whether this thing was going to last for long, I did also some medical checks, of course, because when a problem becomes quite physical, I mean, it appears on a physical level, really, on something we can really touch. Some kind of medical approach, it's for sure a good way to go to solve the problem. But myself, I was surprised to see how the Xing Shen Zhuang Gong, the first level of Nei Qi Gong, was able to bring a great improvement and great relief in the problem that I was experiencing. And I wasn't not the only one experiencing this kind of benefits from this practice. I had students who had decades of back pain solved after 1 month of practicing diligently, I would say, this sequence. Other students who could not even walk properly, that recovered completely the ability of, walking properly, having a good balance, removing pain from the feet, and even balancing the body in terms of structure. In fact, these are just some of the benefits that the practice brings in our life in a very effective and practical way. Nothing really to imagine. It's a down-to-earth approach to work with ourselves, with the technology of the body. One benefit that is very common is improvement of the posture, because it's really focused on working on the spine. As we might understand, the spine is really the central system that we have in the body, because from there all the other sections are connected too, right? So the arms, the legs, the brain. In fact, what I notice even myself is that if the spine is not strong and healthy, even the clarity that we have in the brain is not working properly. Let's face it, if we have pain in our body, life is not seen through the right perspective, because that's a practical fact that is already occupying much of our attention and is not giving us space, let's say, in our mind. Although it depends the level of meditativeness that we have, we can deal with pain in a different level, in a different way. Let's say, for instance, not everybody deals with a certain phenomenon in the same way. Some people make big things out of small things, and vice versa. Some people make a big thing really like a simple thing to go through sometimes. And this, of course, depends from the quality of the mind that engage in less absorbed way into life, the perceptions and the circumstances, the conditionings, due to the conditionings, everything that we already know for sure, if we have been in a kind of a personal growth or spiritual path. What I'm trying to say is that this system called Xing Shen Zhuang Gong, first of all, there are 2 versions of it. At least my teachers know 2 of them, and I was taught the one which is more energetic effective. Although it looks like a physical practice at the beginning when we started the Nei Qi Gong path, it is actually a very complete system. Certain qigong schools, respectable qigong schools, only practice only this system as their main tool, nothing more than that. For sure, in the Nei Qi Gong we have another goal, which is actually accumulating, cultivating, so it really represents the foundation of the work that we do. And the Xing Shen Zhuang Gong is a sequence composed by 2 preparatory exercises plus 15 exercises. It can be executed by anybody, no previous experience is required, any kind of, any gender, so male, female can practice this system, any kind of age. Of course, Nei Qi Gong seems to attract people that are on, let's say, 30, 40, 50 years of age, because it's already required some kind of maturity, so to speak. But the sequence itself can be practiced by anybody. Even people who are interested in different aspects of life. Maybe they're doing yoga, maybe they're doing Reiki, maybe they're doing some kind of physical training, because it really unlocks all the meridians that we have in the body. By placing attention on key points of the energy system, we do like a sort of massage in each of these points. And it is even quite surprising to see that sometimes we don't even know how to use the body properly, because certain moves are quite unusual. Not difficult to do, but of course they engage the body in a way that we usually don't. And with this practice, we can see benefits from the first days and weeks sometimes. As I said, it's helped to solve chronic problems in my students, even in myself. Surprisingly, I end up having some kind of little issue after this trip. And it really brings a general well-being in our life. The key is simple, as I said, is placing attention on the key points of the energy system while we perform certain movements. Certain movements can even become physically demanding if we want to go in a direction, but it's fairly easy, and it is a routine that takes between 35 and 40 minutes per day to operate. What I understood is that the body is the foundation, and this is something that I understood after years and years of exploring myself, or at least trying to find paths, solutions, resolving questions, evolving spiritually, whatever that means. And what I understood is actually that if we operate well, and which means also that the mind is going to become quieter, because we are trained to give full attention to what we're doing, in this case the practice, little by little many problems will be solved, because it's like having a strong foundation where you build your house. If everything is strong, no problem, no questions, no need to go to somebody else to ask for guidance. You just optimize yourself every day, and you manage to improve your life and experience it in a more efficient, even though I don't like this word because it's connected to success, all this modernity stupidity, but in a more effective way. So at the end of the day, it really depends how we handle ourselves, and whether we are interested in growing spiritually, whether we are interested in having a good health, whether we are interested in growing our vital energy. Of course, the Xing Shen Zhuang Gong represents a great solution for that. A very simple practice that is not even that expensive compared to all the things that we find in this field that sometimes have crazy prices. For a will of my teacher has been put in a very affordable price, so everybody can do that. So if you're interested, you can go on the website, sign up for the free exercises, or if you're really committed, you want to go straight to the point and actually doing the real work, you can sign up for the group classes, the small group classes that I do every month, where we can work together in a small number of people. You are followed, you are supported, everything is clarified, and also you are supported when you practice at home. Because Nei Qi Gong, in the way that I'm putting it out, it's not a product on the web. You don't buy a video course and you do everything by yourself, because let's face it, it's a blind approach to this kind of field. We end up into imagination trips and we don't know whether we are progressing or not. So because Nei Qi Gong has been structured in a very simple, practical and organized way, while you practice at home, that you learn, after you learn the practice, you still have the support of a teacher like me, who can provide clarifications, helping clarifying doubts, experiences, so that we don't end up talking in these damn Facebook groups where everybody is confusing everybody else only because they are referring to text, and they post some post on the Facebook groups, and then a great discussion starts about intellectual about qigong. So if you want to get practical into it, you want to try something out that it's really down to earth, I really want to invite you to sign up for this class and get to know each other and work together maturely, independently, in a very respectful way.